Hey guys, how's it going? Matthew here from Odie Stories Media, and thank you so much for tuning into this video. Um we've got a lot uh to talk about, and if if you saw Hemingway Jones's video that he posted on Thursday, um he talked about Mont Blanc, and that is what we are going to get into. And you know, I thought, rather than just do it like how we've been doing it for a while now, largely because I'm missing a couple teeth, and I don't like being on camera with missing teeth. But anyway, besides, forget that. So this is not a response to Hemingway Jones's video, but I do have thoughts about Mont Blanc's you know botched release of their Wes Anderson um, fountain pen, a pen that basically is going for almost $3,000, and um, and the way they handled it, the way the customer service was, just um, but these are just my thoughts, and so, like I said before, this is not a response to Hemingway Jones. Hemingway Jones, um, the thoughts that he gave you, I mean, he went out, he ordered the pen, and basically got a royal runaround from Mont Blanc. Oh yeah, it's being released this date, or it's coming out here. You're gonna get it here. We're just waiting for the the, the distributor to release it, and go check out Hemingway Jones's video. Really, really good. Um, but um, but here are my thoughts on the whole thing. Um, you know, Mont Blanc. Um, you know, it's basically a brand name. If you're in the pen world, it's way up there. You pay thousands of dollars for one of their pens. Mont Blanc 149. Um, their basic, their name brand, which sells here in Canada for nearly $1,300 alone. But for me, with the way Mont Blanc handled their release of the Wes Anderson pen, they've really got big issues, and they are really starting to show signs. And Mont Blanc has always been on, great customer service. You can, but with the way that Hemingway Jones got treated by Mont Blanc, the fact that he was given a runaround, like, oh, well, your pen's going to be sent to you. Um, like, Mont Blanc, be honest. Like, if the pen's not going to be released on the date that you originally said it was going to be released, just be honest. Like, you don't have to give your customers the royal runaround. And over the I'm a subscriber to Hemingway Jones. Um, you know, I watch every one of his videos, including his lives, and just to hear Hemingway Jones tell his experience in dealing with Mont Blanc, and the runaround he got from them, it's mind blowing. Like Mont Blanc is for many of us is a Grail pen. A pen that, yeah, maybe one day we'll 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 get our hands on it. Um, and yet Mont Blanc is now they've botched the release of the Wes Anderson fountain pen, a pen which, after seeing Hemingway Jones's unboxing of the Wes Anderson pen, and I would not have put money on that pen. I would not have spent nearly $3,000 to get that pen. That is one ugly pen. It's small, tiny. Um, it's to me it's not worth that money for what you get. And the fact that for Hemingway Jones, his pen was rattling around inside the box. It wasn't even secured. It was just basically loose inside the box. But and it really goes to show that MontBlanc has basically stopped caring about the product that they're putting out. And it's really starting to show up. If you're a MontBlanc fanboy or even a fan of MontBlanc, and maybe even you have had the same experience. There's serious QC issues now starting to show with MontBlanc. They are not finishing their products that they are putting out. Customer service, it's slipping. And like I said, every pen company, they all have their issues. But MontBlanc has kind of been the shining star of the fountain pen world. Reliable QC, reliable customer service, but with what Hemingway Jones was talking about on Thursday, it's like MontBlanc just stopped caring. Like the amount of trouble he had just in returning that pen, the fact that he had a contract that stated that he could return that pen, and MontBlanc is just like, well, we don't really want you to return it. Well, do they even know who Hemingway Jones is? Do they realize what he does on YouTube? Do they realize what kind of a YouTube personality he is? Like, have they watched his channel? Sorry, Hemingway, don't mean to put you on the spot. But just the fact that that's what MontBlanc is now doing is absolutely incredible. Like, for an example, let's say I ended up getting the Wes Anderson fountain pen. Okay, I put out $3,000. Right, I got onto that list where I could potentially buy the pen. And I get that call. I give MontBlanc all my payment details, put out the 3,000, and then I wait nearly a year to get the pen. Really, MontBlanc is like, Like, what happened? What went down? Okay, maybe you had supplier issues, whatever. Um, Understandable. But you really got to give your customers the runaround? Like, why couldn't you just say, oh, well, we apologize. We're having some supply issues. So the date that we originally said, it's not going to happen. We're going to aim for such and such a date. But to give the customers that paid nearly $3,000 for a pen, um, just shoddy customer service at the end of the day. Um, and if that's what MontBlanc is aiming for, well, they achieved it without a doubt. They achieved what they were going after. And and again, this is just my thoughts. I like I said, I would not have paid $3,000 only to have to wait a year to get the pen. And if that's the way that MontBlanc sent out those pens, with the pen rolling around in the box itself, not worth it. You're paying $3,000 for a pen. Like, what if that pen ended up getting dented? What if that pen ended up getting a crack? And 100% credit to Hemingway Jones for getting it on camera while he was unboxing it and getting it on camera exactly how his pen came. Regardless of whether it was in a plastic sleeve or not, there's still a good chance that the pen can get cracked or get damaged. But for MontBlanc to tell him, oh, well, we don't want you to return it, and to give him that kind of trouble at the boutique, really, really shoddy. Like, it makes me wonder, like, what kind of customer service is that? If Hemingway Jones had a certain number of weeks to return the pen, why would they put up a fight? Just, and it rattles my brain that MontBlanc really, really botched the Wes Anderson pen and the way they rolled that pen out. The sheer runaround that they gave their customers. Don't like it. Don't like it. And I don't fault Hemingway Jones for returning it. I mean, that money was well spent elsewhere. And spending nearly $3,000 on a pen, no, especially for a shoddy rollout like that, and for shoddy customer service, and just getting a runaround, keeping customers like, okay, well, we're gonna send it out here, we're gonna send it out there, blah 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 blah, and it doesn't pan out. So, and for MontBlanc, a a a pen retailer, they don't sell their pens online. They only, like, there's maybe a handful of, you, like, if a store wants to carry MontBlanc, they have They have to have a brick and mortar store. You can't just have a website and carry MontBlanc. But if that's the kind of customer service you're going to get from a MontBlanc boutique, forget it. It's not worth the time to deal with MontBlanc. MontBlanc might as well just, fall to the wayside at this point. Is the light, is MontBlanc's star fading? Yeah, I would say it's fading. And I think MontBlanc really took a hit this time around. I hate to say it. They really took a hit. The reputation, yeah, it's still intact, but I think it's really taking a hit for a lot of people. It's like for me, if I had put that kind of money out for a pen, no. I'd be saying, give me my money back and I'll just go and I'll go find something that's well worth that kind of money. But at the end of the day, it's just it's deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. I mean, you've got a YouTuber who basically at almost on a regular basis talks about MontBlanc, how great MontBlanc is, how he's a fanboy of MontBlanc, and yet MontBlanc gives him the royal runaround. What is it? It just says all. But way to go to Hemingway Jones. I don't know how he kept his cool. If that was me, I'd be losing my shit. But at the end of the day, Hemingway Jones came out on top. And he stuck to what he was basically told. You've got so long to basically return the pen, and that's what he did. And yet, he ended up getting the 3rd degree. Not right. Not right. Anyway, I'm Matthew. Those are my thoughts. And I know Hemingway Jones came up a lot, but that's just my thoughts. I just think it was a shoddy effort all the way around. MontBlanc star, it's fading. It's fading. And I think MontBlanc has some serious damage control to do now. And the fact that some of their pens, their nibs aren't being finished and they're sending them out. Like, what is that? Anyway, that's it for me. It's almost 1:30 in the morning. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Matthew. We'll see you next time.